A very warm welcome to another episode of Thomas Musket Television. We'd just like to share my experience of the weekend and the unbelievable experience of completing the Spartan hurricane heat down in the Midlands at Marston Lodge in Leicestershire. It's just, it was a relief in a way. It was just, it's kind of, we had so much, so much pent up, inside, waiting just to compete, and that is, be able to compete. Always, like Joe DeSenia, the CEO of Spartan, says, always have a date in mind. Always have a date pinned on the calendar, and it gives you that incentive to keep training. If you don't have that date, you haven't got that, to get out there, keep training, get to the gym or get out running, whatever you need to do. Always have a date, and it'll give you that incentive. So to have a date, which was at Marston Lodge in Leicester, to get down there and complete my first ever Spartan event, and I'm very proud to be wearing the t-shirt what I was given for graduating as we were students for the evening. It was very, very well organised. I knew it would be tough. I wouldn't expect anything else. And, it made it tougher in the conditions. It wasn't a race. It was a survival mission. You've got to survive. You've got to survive the night. You've got to make it through to the end. If you're useless, you could be thrown off it in the nicest possible way, or you could quit. You just got to get through to the end, and that's what I did. It takes something extreme. If you couldn't carry a sandbag for a few miles, you're not gonna be any use, because we had to carry a soaking wet sandbag. But we'll start from the beginning. I got down to Marston Lodge, 5:30 in the evening. We did 5:45. We were warming up. Marched down with a 2 metre wood, what we had to take on all the equipment with the rucksack, with all the equipment, chem lights, head torch, power rope, multi knife, duct tape. Cost me a fair bit of money. It was all worth it. So we got that, and we got to the field, and then we had to do a lot of exercises. We had to get all the equipment out of the bag. We're doing the one-handed, holding press up position and get all the equipment out. I know that for when I do another hurricane heat, to make sure I know where my equipment is in the bag, because I didn't know where my equipment was in my bag. So just I was struggling, I was actually made an example of and told, to hurry up, because to get the equipment out of the bag. And then in the end, I managed to find everything, and then we had to do it. Probably the toughest part of the first bit on the field was holding a squat position with a wood straight arms above your head for at least like 2 or 3 minutes. And then I was paired up with Eddie. I'll never forget Eddie. If you ever get to see this video, I hope you get to see it, because you told me your second name, and I didn't, I couldn't remember it. I couldn't remember it for the life of me. I tried to remember what his second name was, Eddie, and we stayed together throughout the night, and Eddie was blindfolded and carrying the wood at the front, and I was carrying the wood at the back and steering him down to the field. And then we swapped over, and I was blindfolded, and we were taken to the field where the sandbags were filled up. They were soaking wet, which made it tougher. But the tougher the event, the tougher you become, because you can do all the training in the world, but if you haven't got that bit in there, it's that bit in there what gets you through. The ability to, when you're out of your comfort zone, you know, to be soaking wet, cold, you know, don't know how long's left. Mental strength gets you through everything in life. Physical strength doesn't. What physical strength will help you about 5% in life. Mental strength will help you the other 95. That's where it all is, in the mind. So being able to the old experience, just to be out in the pitch darkness, soaking wet, and that it was a true Spartan experience, and that because the Spartan was first formed in 2012 in America when one of the events couldn't take place. So the CEO, Joe DeSenia, said if everyone wants to race, come down in the morning, and then they do like a hurricane heat, it was called, and they had to do tasks as a team. And then it stuck with the Spartan event through all these years, and they always have one on the race weekend, or they have like one by itself, which will happen because we can't do any of the races until next year because of COVID. So we were given a map, like we had to find a location, and then we're put into a team of 6. Then I'm still with Eddie at this point, and then me and Eddie stood shoulder to shoulder as two Spartan warriors. And I'd just like to read out on the tag what I got given after the race. Warrior ethos. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. Very strong words of motivation. So me, Eddie, and the other lads, we carried the wood and the sandbags. We found the location on the map we were given. We had to find the next point, like on the map, and we had to go down with all like the rocks, the wood, and the sandbags, and we found the location on the map. A 6-figure map, and then when we got to the location, our rucks were loaded up with extra weight with woods to carry, and then to get to the final location with the woods were then set. We set the woods on fire and made a fire jump, and we had to do 10 laps round as a team to try and get 400 laps. But we got to 327. And then the other 73 were made up with burpees with the rucks on the back. That was the final thing we did before we graduated. And that, so unbelievable experience. And I'll not forget my first Spartan event. And hopefully, it's going to be just the start of a journey. Well, I'm going to try to do everything with Spartan, with the endurance events and the races itself. The dream one day is to do the Agoge, which I'd love to do in Namibia, which would be the pinnacle of Spartan, where I do the Agoge, get dropped off into the jungle and survive, with limited means to survive, and that, with a bow and arrow, and have to hunt for 60 hours and survive a mission. So, absolutely amazing experience, and that. And then, Eddie, if you ever see this video, get in touch with me on Messenger, and that, we really pulled each other through the evening, and that, thanks for the nutrition when I ran out, and that, and then, I know I'd appreciate it. I helped him up when he was on the ground a couple of times. We kept going, and that unbelievable experience, So I hope everyone's safe and well, and we'll all get through the bad times. But if you didn't have any bad times in life, you can never appreciate the good times. The good thing what will come out of the situation with the virus, with the COVID, is that when we all get back to normal, we'll all appreciate all the good things in life so much more, because you can never, even if you try, appreciate what you've got in life until it's gone. So, we'll all get through this and, be able to do everything we enjoy without all these restrictions what are put in place to protect us all. And that, so, and then, you know what? I've even, with rambling on, I've got it just here, and this is me Spartan wedge. I've almost forgot to show it what I got as well as my tag. This means a lot more, to be honest, for that, because this is the first piece of the jigsaw to put the other two pieces to add with it. If you look on the other side, Spartan Hurricane Heat 4 hour. Actually went on for 5.5 hours. Didn't finish till getting on for midnight. So to get the other two, I'd have to do Hurricane Heat 12 hour, 6 till 6 through the night, and complete the mission. And then the third one for me would be the Agoge. Before I die, before I leave this earth, I will die an happy man if I've done the Agoge in Namibia, in the jungle. That's my dream. So, and there's the two other ways of doing it is to do a 24-hour Hurricane Heat, or a 50 kilometre ultra race with 60 obstacles. So, hopefully we'll do nothing will stop me on my mission. And then anyway, that's about all I've got to say. And then I really enjoyed it, and I've always got other memories what will stay with me. Nobody can ever take your memories away from you, and I really enjoyed it. So hopefully more. Just the start of my journey with Spartan, and next year is going to be bigger than ever, because as well as doing the free Spartan obstacle races, hopefully I'll be able to complete it all, complete a trifecta, and then the dream to qualify, see if we can make it to Greece for the World Championships in the Spartan race. And then hopefully also I'll be finishing my last paid for running event. So I'll always do my local park run for that, but I won't ever pay for another running event now I found the Spartan. I'm just doing the Spartan only after next year. So next year is the crossover years. I've got the Chester Triple, the Chester 10k half marathon and metric marathon, as well as the Sandstone Trail that was cancelled for this year. And then got Tatton Park half marathon in a couple of weeks' time, less than 2 weeks. Alton Park on 6th of December 5k, just a short one, but we're not be able to do the 5k park run, so I've decided to enter that and hopefully see if we can go for the PB and get a medal and have my time put on it. So much more to come. Just stay fit and healthy. Look after your body, and your body will look after you in return. So God bless you all. And then we'll speak to all again soon. Spartan Hurricane Heat just the beginning. God bless you.